Good morning, guys. This morning, my topic is my stalker. I had a stalker. It was not pleasant. Actually scared the shit out of me. HR got involved. All right, so 5'9", and at the time 172 pounds. And this guy, one of the ladies I work with, came up to me and said, "This gentleman has a crush on you and wants to talk to you, and he's going to meet you at this location." I said, "Sure, whatever." I go there, it's in the plant, and up walks this guy who's 6 foot, somewhere between 6'2" and 4, and probably weighs 300 pounds. But he's got a nice face, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you a shot. So we start talking, and actually he was really cute, and winds up being an INFP. So we got along on a lot of different levels, but he was so weird. I like weird, I like quirky, but oh my God, he was just beyond. Like, we were talking online, and the conversation kind of faded out. So he created a new profile and then started talking to me, and then made up all this like fanciful stuff about what he wanted to do. It was really strange. He kept saying things like, "I want to be in a 3-way relationship. Would you be okay with that? Would you be open? Would you be open to an open relationship? Would you?" And just had all these questions, and I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Why are you talking to me if you don't want to be with me? And if you're looking for an open relationship, I'm not looking for that. Then he finally confesses that he works with me. And I'm like, "Oh, you in plant 2 or 4? He says, "No, I'm in plant 1. I'm like, okay. Have I walked past you? Do you see me there?" And he goes, "I see you all the time." Okay. And finally confessed who he was. And I'm like, why the fuck did you just do that? Then it was like block, block, block. After that, I would be walking around work, and I'd go around a corner, and there he'd be. Or he'd be hiding amidst all the packaging and then step out at the time that I'm walking past. And it was really creepy. And that really wasn't the worst of it. It was bad, but it wasn't the worst of it. So I'm going for my hike, and now mind you, he lives a town that's half an hour south of me. That's where I go to work. And I'm here in Columbus, and I'm at the very end of the trail where there's like nobody. I get to the end and turn around and come back. And as I go around a corner, he gets out of his vehicle, which had been sitting there when I walked past, because I look and see who's there, because it's like the creepy, what's the word I'm looking for? It's where everybody goes to cruise. The creepy cruisy place in Columbus, Indiana. Noblet Park. Just FYI, Noblet Park is where you go to cruise. So walking through, he steps out and says, and he talks to me. He's like, I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, "Oh no, I'm decided I need to lose some weight. So I'm going to do what you did and hike." And I just looked at him like, oh my God. So I walked much faster than he does. I got around a corner, and I ran. And I ran about a quarter of a mile, so I went around another corner where I basically was trying to lose him. And this path is nice and meandering, so it's easy to get around a corner and then just take off, and nobody can see where you're at. I get on the phone with my friend Chris, and I'm like, hi, I need to talk to you for like the next half hour. He goes, "Why?" "That's a really strange request, by the way." I said, "This is what's going on." He's like, "Oh, do you need to call the cops?" I'm like, "I don't think so. I don't know though." So I went home, I got online on Facebook, because I know there's probably a fake account he's using to follow me on Facebook. And I wrote in there, "I have a stalker. I've gone to HR. They told me that, these couple things, I need to go to the police, file a report, I need to do this, I need to do that. And okay, but this is really creepy. A couple days later, and a member of HR comes up to me and says, can I talk to you privately? We go outside. He's like, none of us have heard from you that you have a stalker. I said, well, that's because I put that on Facebook to scare the shit out of the guy. He says, well, the advice that you gave yourself is exactly what we would tell you. You need to go to the cops. If you have a restraining order, we can move him to another facility where he won't be bothering you. I said, okay, that'd be cool. He says, what's his name? Told him his name. And he says, okay, we got it. Don't worry about it. But, next time do come to us because we're here to help you. We want to make sure all of our employees have a good feeling about coming into work. So, a couple weeks later, they transferred him. They weren't very bright about it, though. They transferred him to the plant that I support. So I have to go over there, but I no longer have to see him. So that's the story of my stalker. I see him, we walk right past each other. There is nothing anymore. And I guess he was trying to date some dude that pretty much saw through him as quickly as I did. And then he stalked him. So I guess I just passed on the stalker. Please don't do that to people. I don't even know how to tell you how scary that was. It was pretty bad. I wound up with having to look behind me for 4 miles of walking. And it was getting dark. So I was panicking. And Chris stayed on the phone with me much longer than he needed to, which was nice of him. But yeah, don't do that to people. I love you guys. I love you, dude. See you soon.